And a very good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us on GBS Morning Extra. It is a holiday, and probably most of us today are at home. I do hope that you'll enjoy your day and that you have already begun your day well. Well, my name is Timothy Omondi. This is GBS Morning Extra. It is the 10th day of the month of October 2019. And the Moi Day is back, but we'll let you know more about that a little bit later. Today we start with some politics, where the Orange Democratic Movement Party and the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission have agreed on the release of updated voter register for the Kibra constituency ahead of the November by-election. This comes after ODM a day before that had threatened to storm the IEBC offices in Anniversary Towers, which they indeed went. But then they had a meeting which, according to both parties, was very fruitful. Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, we have invited you here today not to complain, but to express our dissatisfaction with the manner in which the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is treating our request for the voter register for Kibra constituency. It is for this reason that we want to notify IEBC that we shall be marching to their offices tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning. We shall not leave the said offices unless and until we are supplied with the official updated register to be used in the Kibra by-election.
That is earlier when ODM held a press conference at the Parliament building to express their dissatisfaction over what they termed as refusal by the IEBC to provide a full register of voters in the Kibra constituency, including new voters. Wednesday morning, and ODM came knocking at the Anniversary Towers.
This other side. Chairman's office. Yes.
And the Commission is fully prepared for the by-elections.
To respond to the protest, the IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati, in a meeting with ODM leaders, admitted that there was indeed changes in the voter registration in Kibra. In 2017, the number of Kibra voters was 118,276. The current number, however, stands at 118,609.
Here, and we have agreed that the register for 2017 and the additional names, which are coming to about 333 new registered voters from 2017 to the time the registration of voters in Kibra was stopped legally, and then there were about 44 who transferred from outside to the constituency, and about 22 internal transfers from one polling station to the other. That information would be made available to us today, and not just us, all political parties participating in Kibra.
Chebukati assured the public that the register will be ready on time before the November 7th, when the by-elections will be conducted.
And one area that we also discussed is that ballot papers are ready, all materials are ready. The ballot papers will be printed locally, and this will be done by a De La Rue printing company. So these are ballot papers for the 4 wards and the Kibra by-election, and the Commission is fully prepared for the by-elections.
ODM party chairman John Mbadi called for transparency and accountability in the Kibra process.
Our concern was on transparency and accountability of this process. Elections are not just supposed to be free and fair. They are supposed to be seen to be free and fair. And that is on that basis that as a party we felt we had a civic responsibility to come to the offices of IEBC, which is a public office, and engage with the commissioners and the commission in general, so that we sort out and clarify matters that were appearing grey.
Chebukati assured the ODM members of full cooperation from the Commission and a provision of the full register.
All poll officials who will participate in Kibra will be shared with the political parties through the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties. And if there are any issues, then those concerns will be raised by the parties accordingly.
John Badi told members of the press later that they had reached a mutual agreement with the IEBC on the way forward.
We have had, I think, almost 2 hours meeting. It was a meeting of engagement, and we have discussed a raft of issues, one of which, the first one, key one, was the issue of the register, and we have come out with the way forward. Actually, we expressed our concern to the IEBC because we had communicated to IEBC earlier on the issue of register, and we were not getting good response. The IEBC has also accepted that probably there are a few things that they should have done earlier, so that this meeting would have not even been necessary.
The Kibra seat was left vacant after the death of former MP Ken Okoth and has since attracted 24 candidates. They include Jubilee aspirant McDonald Mariga, Imran Okoth of ODM, Hamisi Butichi of Ford Kenya Party, Eliud Owalo of ANC, among others. Well, from politics, we now move on down to the coast, to the Likoni tragedy, where the car which plunged into the Indian Ocean on September 29th has been spotted. Government spokesman Cyrus Oguna confirmed that they were 90% sure of the location of the car. He said that last night they had narrowed down to 2 locations at the depth of 58 meters. The spokesman said that 2 days ago, the team had successfully screened 10 locations from 14 mapped areas, and they were left with only 4 spots which were difficult to navigate. They therefore hired advanced equipment from South Africa to help with the recovery mission. Yesterday, 2 of the 4 locations were eliminated, and today at the bottom, and yesterday about 1 p.m., the divers communicated that they had what appeared to be like the 2 spots. They found one vehicle upside down, and the multi-agency team finally ascertained and confirmed the number plate of the vehicle. Let's listen in to this.
Ambapo kufikia jana, usiku wa jana, wakapata sehemu viwili ambazo walikuwa nakisia huenda ikawa lile gari liko pale. Yamechunguzwa leo kwa mkia asubuhi ya leo, na wakaona kwamba ni watume wapiga mbizi wa Kenya Navy mule chini kwenda kukagua ni kitu kipi kinaweza kuwa pale chini. Kufikia mida ya tuseme kama saa 7-8 hivi, wakaja na taarifa kwamba wameona kitu ambacho kinafanana na kifaa ama chombo ambacho tunatafuta. Tumelikagua picha walizokuja nazo, na tukaona kwamba kuna kitu kweli kinakaa kama gari. Kwa saa hizi hatuwezi sema kwa kikamilifu kwamba ni lile gari, ila ni mfano wa gari. Limelala ama limeegemea upande mmoja, miguu zikiwa ziko pembeni. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunafanya ni kuweza kukagua zile picha kwa umakini zaidi, ambapo tunajua kwamba kufikia muda sio mrefu, leo jioni ama na kesho asubuhi, tutakuwa tunapeana taarifa kamili kwamba ni ile gari.
Well, quite hopeful. They say it's better late than never, but we hope also that the family, after the recovery, that the family will be actually able to reach to a closure on this tragedy that happened to them. Moving on now to some political matters again. The Nairobi Speaker, Beatrice Elachi, yesterday made a dramatic return to the Assembly after a 13-month ouster. But even before she could draw the curtains in her office, her return was met with the same chaos that forced her out of office last year. A section of Jubilee-affiliated members of the County Assembly opposed to the return of the embattled Speaker tried to forcefully evict her and actually destroyed equipment and furniture in Elachi's office. Elachi says that she had returned to restore sanity in the assembly, tame the ballooning travel expenses, and rid of the intimidation against women.
When somebody claims that I used an insurance to go for help, why didn't you ask the copy of the insurance that paid the man? You have left it, you kept, you took what is lies to be true. I never used, I never went even for that plastic surgery. So for someone to come and say that, it is unfortunate. And it is important also for media investigations to follow. And the courts said, I mean, Judge Maureen was very clear. If it was there, they would have taken it to them. But do you know what they did? They used it as a manipulation to again pay very high exorbitant fees to lawyers so that they can go back to the lawyers and ask for the money. You know, we are going to say everything. Everything. And that is why they are also there fighting everyone. Anyone who wants to do, them they are allowed to do business, but no any other county assembly member is allowed to do business. How? We are saying no. We are saying no. We are saying let's respect each other.
Now, from the chaotic Nairobi County Assembly, we now cross over to Mandera, where the Kenya Prison Service conducted its recruitment of officers. But to the awe of the residents, the Kenya Prison Service only recruited 6 individuals from the whole exercise. That's 4 men and 2 women. Let's listen in.
Huyu sergeant akiwa na huyu ofisa pia hapa ambaye ni inspector, na hawa maofisa wote mnaona katika sare ya serikali kama ya maafisa. Hawa wote ndio tusaidiana nao na kila mmoja amepewa jukumu lake ili atakaloshughulikia. So kile ninawaomba ni tuwe watulivu tuanzapo hadi tumalizapo. Yule ambaye Mungu atachagua siku ya leo basi itakuwa ni sawa sawa. Kama hujafanikiwa pia vile vile kesho iko. Na kesho ni ya Mungu, si ya mwanadamu. Nafasi ni nyingi na ni kidogo. Lakini tutachukua wanaume 4 na wasichana wangapi? 2. Kwa hivyo nafasi ni ngapi? 6.
Well, not very hopeful there for the residents of Mandera, but we do hope that things will soon change. We now move on to other matters, where more than 500 girls, school-going girls within the Lodwar town, but from 4 backgrounds, on Wednesday morning benefited from free sanitary pads, pens, and soaps. The donation from Ajuma Nasenyana Foundation and Heals for Pads came to the rescue of the girls at selected schools who missed classes due to menstruation. Speaking at the Salvation Army Secondary School, Lodwar, Miss Ajuma Nasenyan, a Kenyan supermodel, say that many girls drop out of school during their periods, wasting a lot of time due to lack of pads.
You know, the girls, I mean, during the period they're having their menses, they have to stay home for a whole week, and you know, they miss a lot in school. And that I don't think, I mean, that is not okay. That is not okay. Yeah. I just want to tell the girls, periods are natural. They are natural. There is no shame in having your periods. You know, it's like having a cough, or I don't know, it's like a rainy day. It's a natural thing. There's nothing you can do about it. So just embrace it.
as a students, we are coming from different backgrounds, and some are suffering because of these sanitary pads. But today, we would like to tell the Heal for Pads sisters thank you, because we have done something that is great to us.
Well, to another very interesting story now, to Matters Food. A new research project at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology aims to upscale cricket farming in Kenya to foster food and nutrition security. The mass production of the insect that are commonly available is primed to produce animal feed. The cricket farm at JKUAT will also equally serve as a center for resource and training for farmers and investors, as well as enlighten Kenyans who are not aware about the value of the edible insect as a resource that is available around us.
We farm crickets, takes about 2 months, and then we dry them. You can dry the crickets. You dry them to keep them for a longer period of time. Again, when you dry them, you're able to manipulate. You can do many other things. We say a food product is only limited by your imagination. You can fry them the way they are. You can dry them and eat this as a snack, come and do. You can do many things with it. You can also mill it into a powder. This is a cricket powder. It looks very nice and smells very good also. Yeah? So with this, you can put in ugali, you can put in chapati, you can put in yogurt, you can put in chai, anywhere. So you know nowadays we put hata marenge kwa chapati. This is a protein source. Yeah, very rich in protein source. So from this powder, you can then make biscuits. This is porridge for children, young children less than 2 years. Very high in protein. This one, from the children that we have given this porridge, we have actually noticed even improved.
Well, quite interesting there. Imagine cricket uji. I hope that many Kenyans are able to take up that readily available resource that is always around us. Well, we'll move on to some business news now and to some global recognition for the M-Pesa. M-Pesa, which has been in service for the last 12 years, has now been recognized among 50 top most influential projects in the last 5 years as they receive the accolade and global recognition. Let's listen into this report by our reporter Beatrice Mudhoni.
Chief Executive Officer of Safaricom, Michael Joseph, said they are so honored to receive the award and global recognition, which was indeed an evidence to their impact in the society. He also added that this was recognition to their commitment to their customers and its transformation to the country. M-Pesa has been recognized with financial transformation. It has also lifted more than 185,000 Kenyan families from great poverty by allowing customers with the agency to receive money from any other phone user in the country. CEO of the Project Management Institute has said that the recognition reveals the incredible progress that they have made in the project management profession and demonstrates how the fabric of the world has been shaped and continues to be shaped by the hard work of bringing ideas into life. M-Pesa has contributed up to 75 billion shillings in revenue to Safaricom and has grown to serve more than 26 million active customers today. Reporting for GBS Morning Extra, I'm Beatrice Mudhoni.
Well, that story by our reporter Beatrice Mudhoni brings us to the end of the first segment of this program. We now take a short break, but when we come back, we have more discussions in studio for you today. Remember, this is the National Alcohol Awareness Month that is commemorated every month of October here in Kenya and also around the world. And so we'll be having guests in studio who will be helping us also to discuss this further. If you'd like to keep the conversation going, our Twitter handle is @KenyaGBS, and also our hashtag is GBS Morning Extra. You can get to watch GBS TV on DSTV, that's channel 247, on Zuku, channel 37, and also you can get us on the Signet platform, which is free to air. Well, we take a short break now. When we come back, we'll have more for you.